Is there any life more difficult than the one of a slave? In this week's Torah reading, the Jewish people, who have, up until this point, for several hundred years lived as slaves, begin to see the light at the end of their tunnel. And as I read this portion in the Torah, I sense teachings to help me see the end of the light of my own tunnel of darkness and the things that are difficult for me. One such teaching is the very first commandment that the Jewish people receive as a nation, and this is the mitzvah regarding how the Jewish people shall use the calendar. The Torah says that we should measure time and count the Jewish festivals according to the moon. That is, every month shall follow the waxing and waning cycle of the moon. Our sages say that the Jewish people are a metaphor for the moon, or that the moon is a metaphor for the Jewish people. And that just as the moon waxes and wanes, so too does the light of the Jewish people. Sometimes we have difficult times, and sometimes our light shines bright. And so the first lesson is that when I experience pain and difficulty in my own life, I bear in mind that good times are yet to come, and that if today is the darkest day of my life, that only means that we are on a cycle now moving toward the full shine of the moon. And the second is the very first verse in this week's reading, and that is that God tells Moses not go to Pharaoh, but come to Pharaoh. And that is that he says that when you go to Pharaoh and you face your difficulties, you're not doing it alone. I'm there with you. I'm holding your hand, and I have your back. And so when we face our own difficulties, we're not doing it alone. We turn to God and say, God, please show me that you're here and give me the strength to carry on. Shabbat Shalom, brothers and sisters.